Page everyone, and this video I will be discussing or conversing about deceased estates and a checklist. Now, how do you report an estate to the master or to a service point of the master? How to actually report a deceased estate? Now, upon the death of the person, the estate must be reported by an interested party to the master's office in which jurisdiction the deceased normally lived within 14 days. The reporting documents will differ slightly depending on the value of the estate and the type of appointments required. If the value of the estate exceeds 250,000, letters of executorship must be issued and the full process prescribed by the Administration of Estates Act must be followed. However, if the value of the estate is less than 250,000, the master of the High Court may dispense with the letters of executorship and issue letters of authority in terms of Section 18, subsection 3 of the Administration of Estates Act. Now, the magistrate's office service points will only have jurisdiction if the deceased did not leave a valid will and the gross value of the estate is less than 125,000 rand, where there is no paperless estates administration system. Letters of authority entitle the nominated representative to administer the estate without following the full procedure as set out in the Administration of Estates Act. Now, what documents will be required in the event of the value of the estate exceeding 250,000 rand? You need a completed death notice form, Afrikaans or English, form J294, original or certified copy of the death certificate, original or certified copy of the marriage certificate if the person was married, or acceptable proof of such marriage as requested by the master. A marriage certificate or proof of registration of a customary marriage or minutes of a family meeting where proof of registration of a customary marriage cannot be furnished. Proof of religious marriage, Muslim or Hindu, or declaration confirming the existence of a same-sex life partnership if applicable. A declaration of marriage by the surviving spouse indicating how the deceased was married, all original wills and or documents purporting to be of such, if any, a completed next of kin affidavit, this is your J192, if the deceased did not leave a valid will. A completed inventory form, J243, showing all the assets of the deceased. Nominations by the heirs for the appointment of an executor in the case of an intestate estate, or when no executor has been nominated in the will, or the nominated executor has died or declines the appointment. Now, the completed acceptance of trust as executor, English forms in duplicate by the person or persons nominated as executor. This is a form J190 plus a certified copy of the photo page of the executor's ID document. Undertaking and bond security, this is a J262. Unless the nominated executor has been exempted from providing security in the will or is the parent, spouse, or child of the deceased. Now, if the deceased passed away before 2007, affidavit by the next of kin of a deceased person who has died without leaving a will to the effect that the estate has not already been reported to another master or service point, if applicable. Now, you need to note the letter of executorship must be obtained from the office of the master. Reporting documents where the value of the estate is less than 250,000. You need to complete a death notice form in English or Afrikaans, J294, an original or certified copy of the death certificate, original or certified copy of marriage certificate if applicable, or acceptable proof of marriage as requested by the master. marriage certificate, proof of registration of a customary marriage, minutes of a family meeting where proof of registration of a customary marriage cannot be furnished, proof of religious marriages, Muslim or Hindu marriages, declaration confirming the existence of a same-sex life partnership where applicable, a declaration of subsisting marriages, all original wills or documents which purports to be such, if any. A completed next of kin affidavit, a J192, if the deceased did not leave a valid will. A completed inventory form, Form J243, showing all the assets of the deceased. Proof of the value of the assets must be provided. List of creditors of deceased, if applicable. Nominations by the heirs of appointment of a master. Representative in the case of an intestate estate, or where no executor has been nominated in the will or the nominated executor declines the appointment. Now, if the deceased passed away before 2007, a declaration confirming that the estate has not already been reported to another master's office or service point of the master. Acceptance of master's directions, J155, in English, completed and signed by the person as nominated. A certified copy of the ID of the person to be nominated as master's representative. Now you need to take note that the letter of appointment as master's representative must be obtained from the office of the master. Now, the above mentioned, or what I've mentioned, reporting documents must be posted to or handed in at the master's office. Faxed reporting documents are not acceptable. You need to update to master's fees in deceased estates and curatorships, Administration of Estates Act regulations, the amendment in the Government Gazette 41224, which was posted on the 3rd of November 2017. The appointments procedure is as follows. If the document has been completed correctly and lodged with the master or magistrate, whatever the case may be, a file is opened in the name of the deceased. Documentation is then perused or read by an examiner for correctness. The will is considered by the assistant master and either accepted or rejected. Now, proof of existence of a customary union or alleged same-sex partnership. Proof of marriage or an alleged permanent same-sex life partnership must be lodged in all instances where such relationship is indicated in the death notice, except in instances where the surviving spouse or the same-sex life partner is a heir in terms of a valid will. The following documents constitute acceptable proof. An original or certified copy of the marriage certificate must be lodged where a civil marriage in terms of the Marriage Act, or a marriage or civil partnership in terms of the Civil Union Act, or a customary marriage duly registered in terms of the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act is indicated. In the case of customary marriages registered after the death of one of the parties, proof of registration issued by the Department of Home Affairs may be accepted as an alternative to a marriage certificate. Now, a proof of registration of a customary marriage cannot be lodged, and such proof is required only for purpose of succession, provided there is no dispute regarding the existence of the customary marriage. A family meeting can be convened by the master to confirm the existence of the alleged customary marriage. Now, where the deceased was a husband in more than one customary marriage, and any of which was entered into after the 15th of November 2000, a copy of the contract which regulates the matrimonial property system of the marriages duly approved by the court in terms of Section 7, subsection 6 of the Recognition of Customary Marriages Act must be lodged. If the deceased was married in terms of religious rites without compliance with the Marriages Act, Muslim and Hindu marriages, proof of the marriage from the Muslim Judicial Council or similar religious body or person who performed such marriage must be lodged. Now, where a permanent same-sex life partnership is alleged in the death notice and the estate is to devolve in intestate, an affidavit form MBU 19 must be lodged as confirmation of the alleged partnership. The service points of the master can assist with further advice in this regard. When a certificate of registration cannot be lodged, you need to contact the master's office with further guidance with regards to the available remedies. Now, what I've mentioned or the documents I've mentioned must be posted or handed in at the master's office or at the service point. This is very important. That is it for this video, guys. If you guys want to know more about deceased estates, please do go onto our website. It is www.lawyers.easyfind.co.za. Also, do follow us on all our social media platforms, that is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell button for post notifications, and stay tuned for more videos like this.